Welcome to the Pulse with Peter B. I'm your host, Peter Biancamano. Let's get you to the pulse on everything you need to know. And we are here at the beautiful Plaka Souvlaki, located at 62 Newark Street. And folks, they couldn't give me a shtick mic for this one. They had to give me the lav because they want my Italianness coming out, because I am super excited to be joined by a brand new Places Insider making her Pulse debut. A new foodie's on set. And of course, that is Jenna Piemonte of At The Hungry Traveler. Welcome to the Pulse.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Excited to have you here. And guess what, folks? We're not even going to get to know Jenna. You're just going to have to come back next week, and she's going to tell you all about herself, because we have so much decadent food in front of us. And Jenna is here. We're throwing her right to the wolves to try everything you see in front of us at Plaka Souvlaki. I have to ask you before you dig in, are you a big fan of Greek food?
I love Greek food. I was even saying before I started my page, I was like, I wish I had go-to Greek places.
Okay.
And now here, I've tried so many recently.
But never Plaka Souvlaki,
Never
correct?
Plaka Souvlaki. I'm very excited to try this.
All right, we're excited too. Oh man, this is why I didn't have a mic. I'm telling you right now. All right, Jenna, you have all of the dishes in front of you and what you're going to try. So why don't we start with the one directly in front of you?
Yeah, so we have the avocado dill salad with grilled shrimp on it. It has feta, avocado, mixed romaine, all the good things, and then a vinaigrette.
Okay.
So excited.
So dig in, absolutely.
Okay.
And trust me, our foodies have made messes of themselves on camera before. This is a no judgment zone.
No judgment zone.
Dig in.
Well, let's get into this.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at that. She's even cutting the shrimp instead of just grabbing it. Am I going to be the one to just grab that? Go. Oh, yeah. She knows exactly what to do.
Get a little bit of everything in the first bite.
Oh, my goodness. Did you say feta was on there? Yes.
Yeah, I love feta.
Dig in.
Oh my God,
and by the way, folks, this is what you can get at Plaka Souvlaki. You can get absolutely healthy dishes, and I love the mess that you just made. Am I right? And you know, you could feel good about yourself eating this afterwards. Talk to me. Oh, she's still chewing. So Peter is going to pontificate. This is called filibustering, folks. And
I probably should have cut my shrimp, but amazing.
Okay.
So good. The shrimp is cooked perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I love the addition of the feta.
Okay.
It just really livens it up. Avocado, always a fan.
Nice.
Always need a healthy fat. Really obsessed.
Always
I can
need a
honestly.
healthy fat, she says.
You do.
Oh, look,
And
she's
no
going
reason-
in for a second.
I
Hold on,
want
we got more dishes here, Jenna, but go ahead, dig in. I love that. That's how you know it's good. And what did you say the dressing was on that?
It's a vinaigrette dressing.
Okay.
I don't know specifically.
All right.
But it's very good and refreshing.
And light, right?
Yeah, it's light and refreshing. I really like it.
Absolutely.
It complements the rest of the salad. Doesn't overpower it.
I love to hear that. All right, we have to move on here. This, to me, Jenna, also, we're going to switch it off for you. See, look at this. I'm trying to be a gentleman here. Mom, you taught me right. This also, to me, looks like a salad, but it is far from a salad, right, Jenna? What is this one?
All right, so we have the cantina fries. There's an egg on top, fries, there's shredded pork, tomatoes, red onions. It just looks amazing. I'm really excited to dig in.
Oh my God. This is a salad that Josh Sotomayor Einstein will eat, because it's not of the healthy variety. Let me tell you. So, you know, I mean, this is like, please, again, this is like, oh, look at that. She's even popping the yolk.
Have to.
It's phenomenal. I absolutely love that.
Have to do it.
This is exactly what you like, you know, to have all of your flavors in. It's like, I just feel like there's going to be a blast of flavors after you try this. So the moment of truth is here. Talk to me.
I love a loaded fry.
Mm-hmm.
If there's loaded fries on the menu, I will order them.
Right.
This is delicious. Every bit of the flavor combination is just there.
And you said shredded pork on there, correct?
Yeah, shredded pork. It's really good.
Yeah.
I can really taste the shredded pork too.
And that's what's so unique about Plaka Souvlaki, in my opinion. They really take, and again, I said this the last time we were here, the owners here are Greek. I mean, they are, you know, maybe they're not straight off the boat, but their parents are straight off the boat from Greece, you know, and they're bringing their cuisine to the residents of Hoboken. And that's super important, right?
It really is.
Anything else about this dish? Anything else about this dish that blows your mind?
Everything.
Love that answer.
I just love it.
Do. All right. So, Jenna, yeah, absolutely. You kind of, and it's fine because I do this all the time on my own show, embarrassed yourself with the first dish by kind of like, dropping it all over you.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get to this lovely course, which looks like it's a mess waiting to happen once you bite into it, but it looks absolutely phenomenal what you got in front of you.
Okay, so we have the Cantina Street Sandwich. It's loaded. It has chicken souvlaki, halloumi cheese, tomatoes, bacon, and a smoked yogurt sauce.
What?
I'm thrilled. I can't wait to get into this.
All right, now just talk to me about one thing. If you're sitting at home and you have this in front of you, you devouring all four?
I'm gonna try. I'll be honest with you, I would try.
Because actually, one of the things that I failed to tell you when we spoke before the segment was that that's what you have to do on camera. You have to have all four pieces.
Well, you guys are in for a show.
Oh, I love it. She's like, challenge accepted. All right, we'll let you dig into one half of a half of that.
Yeah.
That is,
oh my
by the way,
goodness,
and I'm noticing that it looks like, doesn't that look great?
That looks really good.
Oh man. Camera. She's working it already. It's only her first time on the show. And I love it. While you dig in, it looks like that Plaka Souvlaki is also moving in. There's the mess. I saw it. My peripheral vision is pretty good. Is moving into a little more like a cantina type of variety here, with the fries and obviously with the sandwich. I mean, I have to be honest with you folks, while she takes her second bite, if I would ever come here, I would get that, but I would also get the salad just to make me feel good.
Yeah.
Exactly. What do you think, by the way?
So delicious. The flavors are all there. I love the halloumi cheese. Such a good addition because it's not something you usually see on a sandwich.
No.
I love it. This is really good.
And that's souvlaki in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show you the different types of ideas they have here because usually you get it in a pita or you get it on a stick.
No, seriously. It's almost like a Greek BLT.
Wow.
In a way.
Oh.
But with chicken.
You know?
And bacon.
I'm sure the audience is wondering why Peter's not digging in, but I was away and I got this wonderful tan that I'm going to probably bring up multiple times on the show. And I have a lot of stuff on my face where I don't want to melt like a snow cone in Phoenix in the summer. You know what I mean? On camera.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jenna. Thank you for doing the honors today. So.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I will eat anytime.
You will eat anytime. All right, Jenna. Some of your final impressions of your first time having Plaka Souvlaki.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to try more things here. I thought it was awesome. I love these new dishes. They're something that I've never tried before. Like, this is so different.
Unique, right?
Yeah, it's so unique. And I loved it. I'm ready to eat that whole salad, frankly.
And even the sandwich afterwards.
And the sandwich, too. But, anything with feta is a win for me. So I loved every single dish. So
is this going to be at the top of your list for at the Hungry Traveler?
Oh, for sure. I cannot wait to post about this.
I love it. I love it. And you can only get it at Plaka Souvlaki, located at 62 Newark Street in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey. Jenna Piemonte of At the Hungry Traveler, thank you for making your debut. We'll look forward to seeing you next week when we kind of introduce her to the world. So you're just going to have to come back for that. Will you promise to come back next week?
Yes, I promise.
Exactly. And we'll be back here so you can have these again, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Sure. All right. Thanks again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, folks. We will be right back. Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B. and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com.
Welcome back. I'm your host with the most, Josh Sotomayor Einstein. And I'm so glad that I'm not joined by Peter Biancamano, and I'm so glad that I have a much better guest with me on this segment than he could ever be. Aaron Morrill, editor, publisher, extraordinaire of the JerseyCityTimes.com, a wonderful website. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Great to be here, Josh. Thanks for having me.
Did I get the title right?
You got it right, except I'm also the dishwasher as well.
Oh, you're also the dishwasher.
Yeah, for Jersey City Times.
Well, we're at a wonderful restaurant, and they may need some help,
they might not,
because
that's
they've been doing business like gangbusters while we've been here. So I know I definitely want to dive into, for our viewers out there in TV land and on the internet, what the Jersey City Times is, and we'll put up the URL so people can write that down and then go to it. But I know recently the mayor of Jersey City has, been talking about you guys, and it hasn't been in the nicest terms. So could you explain to our viewers what's been going on and what you guys did to earn Mayor Fulop's ire?
Well, the mayor and I go back a long time, probably over 20 years at this point, and somebody I know very well. He knows me. What happened is that we started covering subjects that nobody was covering in Jersey City. I think the impetus for his rage or ire towards us was an article I did on crime in Jersey City, where I dispelled some of the myths surrounding crime statistics in Jersey City. I showed that basically crime had come down, but not as fast as, for instance, in Newark, which actually had fewer crimes in 2019 than Jersey City. He was not happy about that article. And after that, he cut us off. He stopped sending us press releases, inviting us to events. And since that time, our relationship has been rocky. I was able to get a law clinic at Yale to intercede, and he backed down and put us back on the email list. But he's still keeping us off of some emails and not inviting us to some events.
But wasn't it?
And then most recently,
yes,
a group of people with the mayor went to Paris on a secret trip connected to the Pompidou Museum, and I received phone calls about it. I was told about it, and I got the scoop on it, and published the fact that they were there, and he was very angry about that, and he went on a rage against us.
Now, real quick, for those that don't know, what is the Pompidou project? So
the Pompidou Center, or Pompidou X as it's going to be called in Jersey City, is an idea. It's a museum that the mayor would like to create in Journal Square. It's going to cost about $40 million to build, and another $12 million a year, I believe, to run each year. It is an offshoot of the Pompidou in Paris, France. It's a museum that has European modern art, essentially. They're going to ship it over to Jersey City, and the idea is that this is going to reinvent Journal Square. I've come out against the Pompidou in editorials. I think it's something that Jersey City can't afford. Mayor doesn't like that either, apparently.
Well, listen, I'm not for or against art. I'm definitely against art if it's modern art. But either way, it seems like a weird thing for a mayor of New Jersey's biggest or second biggest city to be pushing for, when there's plenty of local born and raised residents that are plagued by the rising cost of living, or just don't want to move but are getting priced out of the town, or that aren't being serviced, whether it's by the police, whether it's by all the many different city authorities. But we'll continue this in 1 second.
Yep.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Hudson River Care and Counseling. Hello, I'm Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis, the CEO and founder of Hudson River Care and Counseling, with over 30 years of clinical social work experience and therapy. We are a progressive counseling and coaching practice with a diverse team that brings a holistic approach to clients. We offer support both in person and through digital platforms such as telehealth. Consider us a safe haven that you can trust with care for your mental health needs. Visit our website to set up a consultation today.
Welcome back, and I'm so glad to still be joined, and I'm so glad that you guys stuck around with us with the editor and publisher of the Jersey City Times, Aaron Morrill. So you were saying about this junket, this trip that was this secret trip that Mayor Fulop and some people took to France, as if Zoom meetings don't exist anymore in this day and age.
Well, the trip was surprising because he took a lot of people that really weren't involved in the project, or certainly in the in art generally or specifically. So it seemed like it was a really large crowd, and the fact that it was secret was questionable, I think, to a lot of people. And then the problem was, and the Jersey Journal joined us in this, he wouldn't disclose who had paid for the trip.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did finally disclose it to Hudson County View, that's when he went on the rant against me and a fellow that started Jersey City Times with me, Dan Levin. He didn't name us by name, but he was pretty vicious in attacking us. It was kind of an ad hominem attack that had nothing to do with any of the issues. It was kind of just to try and take us down as people.
Yeah. So when we're talking about the people that funded that trip, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that some of them were developers or are developers who are trying to, take over Liberty State Park and put in a whole, like a stadium and all that sort of stuff. Is that true?
Well, there are a few people that are involved in the Liberty State Park plan that's been put forward by Paul Fireman. In fact, Paul Fireman contributed to the not-for-profit that funded this trip to Paris. But most of the contributors for this trip were developers.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor does receive most of his funding for his campaigns from developers. So it was developer funded, basically. People we've seen before.
I mean, it looks like the unhealthy nexus of government and people trying to legally buy influence. Obviously no one here is alleging anything illegal went on, but there's legal corruption and there's illegal corruption. And to me, this looks like corruption just of the legal variety.
Well, I think it depends how you define corruption, but it may be legal under the pay-to-play regimen that was put into Jersey City law back in 2007, I believe it was, actually by Mayor Fulop. He was, at the time he was a councilman, and he was very much against this pay-to-play culture. But since then, since becoming mayor, he's skirted around it and taken a lot of money from people who do business with Jersey City, but not technically. To my knowledge, he hasn't technically broken the law, although who knows if somebody goes in and examines it. But right now, I have no information that he's technically broken the law, but he is certainly taking lots of money from people that do a lot of business with Jersey City.
Well, I know this has been informative, and there's so many other topics that I know you and I wanted to cover. We only have a minute and a half left,
Yeah.
and I want to hear as much as possible in that short time the story of how Jersey City Times began.
Well, I started it because I noticed that certain stories were not getting told in Jersey City. There was not the deep reporting that we needed to have. Jersey City has 300,000 residents. It's a fairly good-sized city. It will be the largest city in New Jersey in a few years, I believe. And simply, stories were not being told. There was one narrative about what was going on in Jersey City. I wanted another narrative to be told. I wanted to look under the hood, as it were, into some of the things that are going on in Jersey City. And that's what we've been doing. And we've been getting a great response from people. I mean, I get phone calls every week and emails from people every week saying, hey, have you heard about this? Have you heard about that? So I'm thrilled with the reception we've gotten, and I'm proud of it.
Well, I've grabbed your website. I've submitted op-eds that you have been nice enough to publish, even though they're from far right field. And I think people find a value in what you provide, despite what some of the political establishment figures would try to have people believe.
We're trying to cover all viewpoints. We're not one viewpoint. I want to hear all voices. That's our mission.
No, that's absolutely terrific. Thank you so much for joining. I
Thank
hope
you for
you'll come
having
back
me.
again,
I
because
will.
there's so many more questions and topics we could cover.
Great to talk to you, Josh. Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Files Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there. Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. Still here at Plaka Souvlaki, located at 62 Newark Street in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey. And now that Josh Sotomayor Einstein is out of the host chair, it's again looking so much better with yours truly. And the person to my right, his Super Bowl is here this weekend. No, excuse me, not this weekend, next weekend. Yeah. I'm confused. I was away, as you could see from the tan. And that is our pro wrestling insider, Mr. Rob Tonnesen. Great to see you again, my good friend.
My pleasure. And thanks for acknowledging the tan. The difference between your tan and my paleness is astounding.
So, I actually worked on this. Yeah, it really is astounding. I actually worked on this, basing it on what wrestlers do by oiling myself up in the sun. Did I do a good job?
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10, he says. Wow. That's so I did not do a good job, I guess. Anyway, we spoke about the grandest stage of them all. It's here. The Pro Wrestling Super Bowl, WrestleMania 39, 2-day event only on Peacock. Are you excited?
Very excited, and happy WrestleMania week to all those that watch. Now, as we filming, this is going to be a 2-night event for WWE, but it really is an entire week event. You have the Hall of Fame, which we're going to cover a little bit later. You have WWE Access, which is really getting into it. Plus, the independent scene really shows up. GCW's Collective. I've mentioned that several times. WrestleMania is an entire week festival of wrestling.
It's just really, really awesome. It really is. Now, we are going to cover just a Saturday match, Saturday, April 1st, in this episode. And then you're going to have to tune in next week, folks, when Rob talks about the Sunday matches, which will be, of course, that day, Sunday, April 2nd. So, and his predictions have been pretty good lately. So we'll see if he keeps his streak going. All right, Rob. Let's talk about the first match, which is scheduled for Saturday night, April the 1st. And folks, I do need to make a disclaimer that a lot of other matches that we're discussing might not actually be scheduled on those days as of this filming. So you're just going to have to stay tuned to our social media and the WWE website. But anyway, the first match that is scheduled for Saturday is Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, SmackDown Women's Championship. Your girlfriend. What do you think?
Rhea high. Just high. That's all I'm going to say because we are on television. I love Rhea. Everybody knows how much I love Rhea. It's been her year. She's been great. I think she should win. That's what I'm going to say. But it is a Flair. It is Charlotte Flair. And that makes me nervous. But I'm going to predict Rhea because I need to show love to mommy.
Okay. Rhea Ripley, new champ?
Absolutely.
All right. The next match is just announced, actually, just this past week. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn calling themselves the brothers. They are like brothers, right? They grew up together. Yes. Going against real brothers in the Usos for the Unified Tag Team Championship. I tell you what, I like this match. I don't know why. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Now, before I really begin, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have been Ring of Honor stalwarts forever, and I've always mentioned Ring of Honor forever. If it wasn't for Ring of Honor, I would not watch wrestling. So recently, Jay Briscoe, the shirt that I'm wearing, recently passed away in a horrific car accident. So this is a shirt to honor him. And if on ProWrestlingTees.com, if you go to the website, they will 100% of the proceeds go to the family, which is still recovering, who have the children still recovering from that car accident. Anyway. The Bloodline, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens storyline has been a year storyline in the works. And it has been a beautiful storyline.
I was going to say, the writers really did a great job with this. And WWE usually gets criticized.
And the argument on social media was Sami Zayn deserves the title to beat Roman. The story was never Sami Zayn to beat Roman. The story was always Kevin and Sami reuniting. Kevin and Sami reuniting, they are going to win at WrestleMania because that is the story.
Wow. And the Usos are like, didn't they hold the record for the longest
they've been the longest
tag team champs of all time
in 25 years.
All righty. Well, we do have some more matches to talk about, but we do have to go to a quick commercial break. Somebody's got to pay the bills, right? All right. When we come back, folks, more on night one of the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 39, with our pro wrestling insider, Rob Tonnesen. We will be right back. Welcome back to the Pulse with Peter B. Still here with our pro wrestling insider, Mr. Rob Tonnesen. Did you miss me during a commercial break?
Absolutely.
I really, really appreciate that. All right, Rob, we discussed about half the matches that are either on the Saturday of WrestleMania, April 1st, or not. I mean, again, stay tuned to the WWE website and our social media platforms, and we'll let you know what they are. Rob, WrestleMania 39 is actually going to be in Hollywood this year at SoFi. I had to throw that out. Don't look at me like that. He's looking at me like that because he hates that I just said that. Anyway, it's going to be in Hollywood, and they are doing these skits with wrestlers from famous movies, right or wrong.
This is the second time where WrestleMania has had the Hollywood persona to it. Last time they did it with WrestleMania 21 when it was back at the Staples Center. But this year, being at SoFi Stadium, they are doing more of a Hollywood angle. So at WrestleMania 21, you had parodies of movies that you and I grew up with. Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction,
He's
Taxi
much older
Driver.
than me. I have no idea what he's talking about.
But now that it's WrestleMania 39, they've updated it. So now you have parodies of The 40-Year-Old Virgin. You have parodies of The Joker, parodies of Stranger Things. So now they're kind of updating it, which is, it's fun.
And speaking of Hollywood, there is the Hollywood aspect. Now, you've spoken about him several times on the show before, Logan Paul. I mean, and you said that this is not a guy who came from Hollywood that doesn't know what he's doing in the ring. You've been extremely impressed with his in-ring capabilities. He has a heck of a match against Seth Rollins, who's probably one of the best pure wrestlers in the business today, correct? Who do you like in this match?
I love Seth.
Okay.
Seth Rollins has been great, and Logan Paul has been fantastic, as I have said numerous times on this show, which adds to really the like you said, the celebrity angle, because celebrities have always kind of been a part of the wrestling business. If you look to the Hall of Fame this year, you have Andy Kaufman going in as a celebrity wrestler. From back in the 70s, if you've ever seen the movie Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
And the Hall of Fame's really going to be a good class this year. Current wrestler Rey Mysterio is going in. Just retired Japanese legend The Great Muta is going in. So it's a really good Hall of Fame class. Back to that. Seth Rollins has been just as good as I said Sami Zayn was before the commercial. Seth Rollins deserves a high-profile WrestleMania match. This is going to be his time to shine, really, and time to show that he can be trusted as the guy, or if not the guy, like in the interim. I love Seth Rollins in this. He has transformed his character, so absolutely.
Right. Really quickly, we do need to get to one more match before time runs out here, and that is the Hell in a Cell. And I like this a lot because you have Finn Balor, who obviously has all of this experience, overseas and so on and so forth. But Edge, the veteran who still looks very, very good in the ring. Who do you like in this one?
I like Edge because of the story, and because it's going to be a Hell in a Cell match, it's going to add that extra level. And because it's WrestleMania, you're going to have the gimmick come out. So you're going to have the Demon Finn Balor, where he's going to completely wear a body paint. And because you're going to have Demon Finn Balor, then you're going to have Brood Edge. Remember back in the 90s, Vampire
with
Edge?
Gangrel and Christian.
Vampire
Absolutely,
Edge, exactly.
yeah.
So that's probably going to happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rob Tonnesen, our Pro Wrestling Insider. Folks, you're not going to want to go anywhere next week because he's going to be back talking about night number 2 of the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 39. And we hope to see you then. I just promised it like over and over again. You better be back.
I mean, I'll stay. And the food here is pretty good.
There you go. I absolutely love that. And also, before I go out to the show, where's next year's WrestleMania?
Next year's WrestleMania is in Philadelphia.
That's what I thought. They do West Coast and East Coast. So we might be there live. We'll see. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right, folks. Join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm Peter Biancamano. I hope you have a great week, everybody.